What if I told you the one thing that makes women chase you is the same thing most men are terrified to do? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will change everything. Here is the truth nobody wants to hear. You've been lied to. The dating advice you've been following, it's backwards. All those tricks, all those games, all those lines you memorized, they're keeping you stuck. Today, I'm going to show you the one principle that actually works. It's not what you think. It's not about looking better or making more money or being more funny. But once you understand it, everything changes. Point 1. The power of walking away. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you walked away from something you really wanted? Most men can't do this. They see a woman they like and they chase. They text too much. They call too often. They're always available, always waiting, always hoping. And what happens? She loses interest. Here's why. Value is created by scarcity. Think about it. Diamonds are valuable because they're rare. Air is free because it's everywhere. When you're always there, always chasing, always available, you become like air. Everywhere. Easy to get. Taken for granted. But when you can walk away, when you have the strength to say, I'm good either way, that's when everything shifts. This doesn't mean playing games. This doesn't mean ignoring her to manipulate her feelings. This means genuinely being okay, whether she's in your life or not. Let me tell you about Marcus. He met a woman at a coffee shop. They talked, she gave her number, he texted her once, she didn't respond right away. The old Marcus would have texted again and again, worried he said something wrong, desperate for her attention. But Marcus had changed. He had his own life, his own goals, his own purpose. So he didn't text again. He went back to his life. 3 days later, she texted him. They went out. She's now his girlfriend. What changed? Marcus learned to walk away. Not out of anger, not out of pride, but out of self-respect. And women can feel that. Point 2. Your mission comes first. Here's the second truth. Women don't want to be your mission. They want to join your mission. Think about every movie hero you've ever watched. James Bond, Batman, Tony Stark. What makes them attractive? It's not their looks, it's their purpose. They have something bigger they're chasing, something more important than any relationship, and that is magnetic. Most men make a huge mistake. They meet a woman, and she becomes their whole world. They stop going to the gym, they cancel plans with friends, they give up their hobbies. Everything revolves around her. And ironically, that's when she starts pulling away, because she doesn't want to be your everything. That's too much pressure. That's too much responsibility. She wants a man who has his own path, his own dreams, his own fire. And what this looks like in real life, you're building a business, you're learning a skill, you're working on yourself. And yes, you like her, you enjoy spending time with her. But when you have to choose between your goals and hanging out, your goals win. Not every time, but most of the time. This does something powerful. It shows her you're a man of value, a man going somewhere, a man who won't abandon himself just to keep her around. And that makes her want to chase you. Remember, a woman can't complete you. Only you can complete you. She can add to your life, but she cannot be your life. The moment your mission comes first, you become the prize. Point 3. Emotional control is king. Now let's talk about something most men struggle with: emotions. Here's what happens. She doesn't text back for a few hours. You start worrying. Your mind races. Did I say something wrong? Is she talking to someone else? You feel anxious. You feel needy. And what do? You double text. You ask if everything's okay. You try to fix something that isn't even broken. Because women are attracted to emotional strength, not emotional weakness. They want a man who stays calm when things get uncertain, a man who doesn't panic when she pulls back a little bit, a man who trusts himself. Think of it like this. Imagine two men, both like the same woman. Man A gets nervous when she doesn't respond. He overthinks everything. He needs constant reassurance. He's like a boat in a storm being tossed around by every wave. Man B, he's a mountain. She texts? Great. She doesn't? Also great. He's calm, he's steady, he's solid. Which man is more attractive? The mountain. Every single time. This doesn't mean you don't care. This doesn't mean you become cold or distant. This means you care, but you don't need. There's a huge difference. Caring says, I enjoy you. Needing says, I cannot survive without you. Women can sense desperation from a mile away, and it repels them. But they can also sense confidence, self-control, inner peace, and that draws them in like gravity.
So how do you build this? Simple. You build a life you love. You work on your goals. You spend time with good people. You take care of your body. You read. You learn. You grow. When your life is full, one woman can't shake you. When your life is empty, one woman becomes everything. And that's when you lose power. Point 4, mystery over explanation. Last point, and this one's important. Stop explaining yourself so much. Most men feel like they need to justify everything, where they've been, what they're doing, why they didn't respond faster. They overshare, they over-explain, they give their whole playbook away, and this kills attraction. Why? Because mystery creates curiosity, and curiosity creates desire. When she knows everything about you in the first week, there's nothing left to discover. No intrigue, no wonder. You become predictable, and predictable is boring. Now, I'm not saying lie. I'm not saying be secretive in a weird way. I'm saying don't give everything away at once. She asks what you did today? Handled some things. How was your day? You don't need a full report. You don't need to tell her every detail. Keep some things to yourself. Let her wonder a little bit. Let her be curious. And that pull, that is attraction. Think about your favorite TV show. Why do you keep watching? Because you don't know what happens next. There's mystery, there's suspense. Be the same way. Not fake, not manipulative, just measured, calm, a little unknown. The man who explains everything loses his edge. The man who stays a little mysterious, he keeps her attention. So let's bring this all together. What makes women chase you? It's not looks, it's not money, it's not sweet words or romantic gestures. It's this, the ability to walk away. The strength to put your mission first, the emotional control to stay calm, and the mystery that keeps her curious. These aren't tricks. These aren't games. This is real self-mastery. This is real confidence. This is what it means to be a high-value man. And here's the beautiful part. When you live like this, you don't just attract women. You attract better opportunities, better friendships, better health, a better life. Because you are no longer chasing. You are becoming. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, focus on yourself. Build your mission. Control your emotions. Walk away from anything that doesn't serve you. Stop chasing, start becoming, and watch what happens. Remember, the right woman doesn't want you to chase her. She wants to join a man worth chasing. Be that man.